Welcome to the live stream. Welcome in, everybody. This is episode 3 of the GhostStrats show. Very informal tonight. I think we're going to go run it for a little bit longer than we usually run it tonight. We'll see how it goes. I have it all. I hurt myself today. Just you hurt. Okay, actually, while I'm getting that set up. Set up. Tube. Hope everybody's having a good night. Hope everybody had a good week. I'm on the tail. I think I'm at the tail end of being sick, or I'm in the recovery state at this point. So I'm doing a lot better. A lot to go over and do tonight. Here's the lighting. Okay. Speeds, Deep South, how you doing? Fortune Gaming, how are you? Wolf, what's up? Nice to see you here, Wolf. Kinda geeky as always. What's up, buddy? So I'm just getting myself together. Of course, I had to do some last minute things before I got started. Okay. So as usual, we're going to take apart a Meshology product tonight. We're going to be tearing up the N32. This is one of the easiest builds that they have. And speaking of which, everything's falling out because I unscrewed a bunch of stuff. But very easy setup. So these are really easy DIY kits where you can set up a really easy Meshtastic node or a mesh core node. And we're going to talk a little bit about mesh core tonight for the first time on this channel. I mentioned a couple things about I was getting into mesh core. There was a period of time where I completely dismissed it, but it's time to talk about it. And we'll talk about mesh core a little bit later, explain the main difference between mesh core and Meshtastic, and my opinion on the matter and how I'm going to react to it all. Am I going to ditch Meshtastic? Am I going to stick with mesh core? Am I going to dismiss mesh core? I'm going to give you my point later tonight about it. But spoilers, it's going to be a little bit different than some other content creators out there because we'll see. We'll talk about my opinions later on. But we'll work on the teardown and get chat going on. So I'm going to completely strip this down and do a full rebuild. And then later on, we'll get my co-host Kinda Geeky in here. We're going to do a complete strip down. I hurt myself today. Oop, that just fell right out. To see if I could feel. I focused on the pain. The only thing that's real. A needle tears a hole. Okay. All right, so that was so fast actually, now I'm thinking about it. That was a really fast teardown. So when you get a Meshology kit, there's a bunch of other options. They have the N37, the N35, the N39, which is what are my top recommendations. Not because it's just purple, but you get the Heltec V4. So if you notice here that this is the Heltec V4, it looks a little bit different than the V3. The V3 is the older model. The difference being that this is the next generation up, and it's worth it because it actually gets a little bit more range. It's a little bit more efficient than the old predecessor. So really, really good that the Meshology N39 has that already built into it. I think Eventually, Meshology is going to start upgrading their kits to have the Heltec V4, but as of right now, I think it's just only the V3s for these kits. Still good, but just something worth mentioning. And you're going to have to apologize for me coughing during this stream tonight. Oh, not a full strip down. I forgot about the little plastic button. So there's your full strip down. We're going to start building this up. And what's your question, cool kid? And yes, you are cooler than me, probably. A lot of people are. I hurt myself today. Let's see if I could be. Oop, I should have put the battery first. I broke my own rule. Don't put the battery on first. You should put the antennas on first. This way you don't accidentally send too much power to the chip where the antenna is, and it doesn't have enough resistance, and it burns out your board. So you always want to, it might not happen, but it's better practice to actually do it that way. Always put your antenna on first before you put the battery power on it. It's just better practice. It's just the right way to do it. So as you see here, this is always tough to do with gloves, but I do it for you guys. That's in. Now we'll connect our Heltec. I don't think the V3 would fit. 4 would fit. Should we experiment? I mean, everything lines up. You would think maybe I could do a swap, right? Huh. We're doing mods tonight, actually. Yeah, see, that doesn't feel like it's lining up. That lines up, but the buttons don't feel like they're lining up. Let's see. Well, I'm curious to see if I can actually do a mod tonight. Maybe I can upgrade this to the Heltec V4. But the buttons don't seem like they line up. I want to see why. I mean, they look the same. No, the Heltec V4 buttons are bigger. So what happens if I take off the buttons? Let's see. Nah, because then you can't reach it. All right, well, we tried. So it was a good thought. But we'll go back to what I was doing. Let my ADHD not get the best of me. Stand by. Hope everybody had a good week. And it's cool, kid. Did you say your question yet? I missed it, probably. Check my question as well. I love your videos. I love you guys. Thank you. Pal1. Appreciate you. Zero Trace, what's up? Yeah, I'm sick. I mentioned that earlier. I am sick. I'm recovering. This time was a virus. Like, my body was hurting, aching, and haven't really been eating like I normally eat. But I'm recovering. But the show must go on. I have a lot of projects and a lot of community projects that I must do. Trying to help support people I love here. All right, so Heltec, everything's plugged in, battery in. So easy. Look how easy these kits are. I mean, 2 brain cells in a dream. You can make this happen. If I can do it, you could do it. Look how nice. And you could have it all. My empire of dirt. All right. Nice and easy. Put the little square washer in. Screw it in. Calm down. Okay. And we'll get my co-host in here soon. My voice is feeling okay as of right now, so I think I started getting sick during the last live stream, to be honest with you, because I lost my voice by the time the stream ended. I forgot about that. It's okay. All right, and the last one. Maybe one of these times I'll try doing one of these with my eyes closed. I might actually do that. I might blindfold myself and then see if I can build one of these. And just like that, we are done. That was how easy it is to build a Meshology N32. And we also have, keep in mind too, Meshology also has, I moved some stuff in the studio, so bear with me. They have a nicer model, in my opinion. It's a little bit more. I think it's like $2 more or something very small like that. But this right here is the N32, but this one has ABS plastic, while this one's more of a 3D print kind of case. This right here is probably the better one. It looks nicer, it's slimmer, it actually fits better. It's a little bit more premium than the 3D printed case. Still both great options, but if you want a little more plasticky feel, I would recommend going with this one. And I have a project I want to work with these N32s. I think what I'm going to end up doing with these two is putting mesh core on one of them and put a Meshtastic on the other, which I already have on here. And this being my little LoRa hub. See how like nice it looks if you just put them both together like this, side by side, back to back? Because I got a project coming. I have a ghost phone we'll talk about later. But I want to get my friend Kinda Geeky in here, my co-host, and have him help me with chat and read, because it's tough to do this and also keep up with chat. So before he comes in, so that's it for the Meshology stuff. Kinda Geeky or any mods, can you please put the Meshology link in the description to promote their products? Really big fans of Meshology and the things that they do. Definitely go check out their stuff. And then let's get Kinda Geeky in here. But before I do that, I've been working on getting into mesh core this week. So as you see here, this bag, because this has been my project this whole week. So this is also Meshology, by the way. So everything, not here, but everything in this pile is mesh core. So I have right here, this is the mesh core companion. This is the mesh core repeater. This one is another companion. I think this is the server room. And then this guy right here is a mesh core companion, but this is the USB version. So we're going to go over a little bit about that tonight and what some things about mesh core. Explain a little bit about the difference tonight. I will be making a big YouTube video on this at some point, but what I'm doing now is learning everything about this before I make a video and give you my educated guess about which one would be best for you. Honestly, I've been studying for a while and looking into it all. I mean, maybe I could just talk about it now before he gets in here. So, long story short, let's do the separate here. This is a mesh core, and this is Meshtastic, right? They're both LoRa communication systems. They're both networks. Now, the biggest difference between the two, one is more focused about communication, as in user communication, getting the messages out there, while the other one's more dedicated toward networking and routing messages through instead of just broadcasting it. So think of Meshtastic as like a flooding broadcasting type of network, while Mesh Core is very like a precision knife where it will. Now this don't forget the roles, because roles are a whole different story when it comes to Mesh Core. Instead of Meshtastic just broadcasting messages out, so if this sends a message, this one will repeat the message, this one will repeat the message, and all these devices on Meshtastic will constantly repeat the messages, and it will clutter the network, while Meshology will find the quickest path and send a message. So let's say they want to, this red node wants to talk to this blue node. Instead of broadcasting and all these nodes yelling at one another to get the message out, it will hop and find the best route possible to get to here and totally ignoring this node. So think of it as it's routing the traffic and only waking up the devices that need to be woken up to get that communication. So it's a more optimal way of doing this. Now, there's pros and cons to both. It's good to have a broadcasting network if you're looking for just to get your message out there, reach as many devices as possible. This is very simplistic. This is a simplistic setup, not a lot of thinking going on behind it, while this one's a little bit more thought and a little bit more, it's not as beginner friendly as well. Now, it's getting better. Now, this has been only around for a couple years. Meshtastic has been around for several years, since actually 2019. So this is a lot more field tested than Mesh Core. Now, this is becoming wildly more adaptable because people are learning about this system more. A lot of people start with Meshtastic first, then they start venturing out to here. And a lot of people start drawing a line in the sand. It's either I'm team Meshtastic, I'm team Meshcore, and that's where it's wrong. We need to understand that these are both great systems, and just because this one might be better for you in your situation, maybe this is better for some other people. Now, it also depends on where you are in the world. You might notice that there's not a lot of people on Meshtastic anymore in your area. You might have a lot of people on Meshcore in your area, and you might stick with that one. I recommend having both. If you're going to have tons of devices, if you're going to have 20 Meshtastic devices, 20 LoRa devices, I got tons. Now, it's not, it's, and for example, like, here's my Spec 5 mini tracker. This one is running, what is with this one? This one's running Meshtastic, and then this guy is running Meshcore. So, as you can tell, I got Meshcore and Meshtastic. So I can run both. So I have both ecosystems with me all the time. Why would I limit myself to one and say, oh, totally forget about the other one? Who cares about the other one? Now, until I have an idea of building a bridge to help mix these two devices, I'm still working on that project. Hopefully somebody out, an engineer out there will pick this project up. But as of right now, I still think, my opinion is that both are great. It's all about what works best for you. And I understand what both are doing. Before I dismissed this because I thought it was a bad idea, I thought it was taking away from the LoRa community, but I see the value of this. So I'm going to dive deeper in it more. The problem is there's not a lot of documentation on this as I can find. I want to know the exact routing protocols it actually uses. I want to know how much demand on the device it causes, because there's going to be some headway, because just because that this is designed to send traffic more precise and less clutter doesn't mean that it's still not heavy intensive, because it's still got to think to do that. It has to say to itself, all right, well, if you're here, you're here, you're here, I'm going to do the math and know that this is the quickest route to plan blue, to the blue node here. So there's something that there's computing power behind these decisions. So is the computing power behind these decisions, is it more demanding than cluttering a network with broadcasts? So it's all about, it depends. Now, there's a lot of cool things you can do with Meshcore that I'm learning, where you can link it to other servers and other mediums, etc. There's a lot more dev stuff. Again, this is why I talk about beginner friendliness over a more advanced LoRa network. So as of right now, I've been learning about this. I've been tinkering. I've been building my own. And the answer is not one is better than the other. It's about the user case as well as what you're looking to do. And I think the best option is, instead of picking sides and dismissing the other, I think both is the better option. These devices are cheap enough where you can get a Heltec V3, you can get a Heltec V4. One can run Meshtastic and one can run Meshcore. Why would you limit yourself to one ecosystem when it's this easy to have both? Or maybe just throw two of these together. Have one have Meshtastic and one have Meshcore. To me, I feel like this is a much more valuable option than completely dismissing one. And that's my take on it. So that's a little different than I've seen other people. They usually pick a side and they stand by it and they'll fight to the death about it. But for me, I just feel the value of both. If I was going to recommend somebody brand new getting into the space of LoRa technology, I would push them toward Meshtastic. It's a much more comfortable environment. I set these devices on my own. I didn't know anything about it. This was a very frustrating thing for me. Things wouldn't work. It wouldn't flash properly. There was some bugs. I mean, I figured it out, but if I was new and I had that bad experience with this, I would have said, forget this whole LoRa communication, and walked away. And that, you don't want to discourage people. Why Meshtastic's been around, it's so easy. That's so you see the value. So with that said, I'm not going to talk too much about it, because I was going to talk about the difference tonight. Understand that the main difference is, one, Meshtastic. Thank you, Robot Arm. Meshtastic is a broadcasting. It just broadcasts messages. Each device here will broadcast the same message and clutter the network. Like you throwing tons of pebbles into a pond and seeing all the ripples and all the craziness, which will cause problems because it could cause packet loss. If there's 10 people yelling in a room and you're trying to tell this guy a message over this guy, and all these devices are right here are yelling, it's hard to get the message across sometimes. This might be too loud for this to go through, or they can collide. There's a whole bunch of things that could happen when you have a broadcasting network. This is more redundant. So keep in mind, there's a positive side to that. This is the more redundant network. If you need help and you want to get your message out there, you want more of a broadcasting network. Now, this is more precise. This is like throwing individual pebbles to get where you want to go. This is the more controlled environment, no less broadcasting, more precise routing. So that's the major difference. Broadcast, not broadcast. And then these roles, like you have a repeater, this job is only to repeat and that's it. This companion is only designed to work with your phone. This one won't repeat messages. This is only for your phone to interact with a repeater or vice versa. So like these roles are more dedicated. Why Meshtastic, you can have two roles in one. So you see the more easy, simplistic broadcast, whatever, then you have the more precise. So with that said, that's the basic difference between the two. I'm trying to get the documentation to find out, again, the computing power required to do this type of math, to do the distance calculating, because it definitely is something. These devices aren't that strong. So is it really better? Or is it the trade-off at the end of the day? Is the computing power of making decisions or just the broadcasting flooding the network, is which one's worse off? I think the answer is it's pick your poison. And I think picking both is the best option. With that said, let's get kind of geeky in here. I'm surprised I got my voice to do all that. You can have it all. My empire of dirt.
Happy Friday. How is it going?
Better. Doing pretty good. How are you, my friend?
Pretty good, pretty good. You don't sound too bad. I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you. I'm on the I'm at the part where the virus I feel like is leaving me. So I'm starting to feel a little better. I just feel a little bit like not perfect, but definitely the better end. So definitely up the hill now. So very good.
Perfect. How's all the snow? Is most of that melted for you guys by now?
Yeah, so in New England, the snow's melting right now. It rained today, which really helped. And it's supposed to be 70 next week, so that's supposed to help a lot for us. So
That should help a little, huh?
yeah, you would think. I mean, I'm done. I'm done. This winter was rough.
Yeah, it was. It was a long one.
It was. So I know you want to. I'm gonna let you take over while I clean up. You wanted to talk about a little bit about war driving tonight, and you wanted to bring up what was the other thing? There was something else you wanted to bring up about the RAM prices or something like that.
Yeah, I could talk a little bit about that. First, let me steal. I think that's your name. What app are you using to chat on your phone right now? We're in Discord. If you scroll up in the comments, you will see GhostStrats Discord server. Join us. When the live ends, the conversation moves over there, and there's a lot of great people there, great community. You will probably enjoy it. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about NerdSec tonight. We're doing awesome, as always. Currently at 233 members. We are the second largest team on Wiggle. We're 89 members away from being the largest team. We seem to be kind of gaining 2 to 4 people every couple days, so I think we're going to get there. That being said, we're in 21st place, and I've had a lot of comments on this the last week or so. Wiggle says we're in 20th place. What does Geeky mean when he says we're in 21st place? Well, Wiggle starts at 0. So the team that's in first place is shown as place 0. So if we're in 20, we're actually in 21st place. I hope that makes sense to everybody. If you go to the teams listing, you will see on the right-hand side the different bubbles. The size of the bubble correlates to how many people are on the team. At the top there, you'll find the NerdSec team, and if you mouse over that, you'll see some details, and it'll show you the exact rank we're in, and it'll say 21st. What do we need to do to be a top 20 team? We need about 400,000 new Wi-Fi discovered. that's what we need, and I think we will do that probably in the next week or two. Thank you, everybody. Team NerdSec is crazy, super dedicated. We are probably the most active team on Wiggle right now, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
The numbers are crazy, and just this year alone, how much we jumped up as a community is insane. Like the rate in which we did is insane.
Yeah, we're not even a full year old, and we're surrounded by teams that are like 5 to 10 years or even older. I mean, there's some teams that are, I think Wiggle is 22 years old, and there are some teams, active teams, that are 22 years. Imagine accumulating 22 years worth of data, and here's us coming up that fast, right? Like, this is so crazy, so crazy. You guys are madmen. Lamar, I'll put it up for you, just for you, sir. I know you have it, but just for you. Okay, you know, I have a job, and at my job, I work with various vendors, and one of our really, really large vendors kind of gave us an update on pricing, and that we should expect a pretty significant price hike again for RAM and CPU. And I'm really hating the market right now because there's definitely a RAM shortage, but what we're seeing right now is that all the component manufacturers are kind of doing the Me Too thing. Like, well, hey, you know, they're selling it for more. Why can't we raise our prices a little bit? And so we're seeing that across the board, but RAM and CPU is significant. And just this week, I was quoting out a customer for a few machines, and, you know, we watched the price of RAM basically double. And that's having the machines built, you know, on site to major companies like Dell and HP and Lenovo and things like that. We get really good pricing because we buy in volume, obviously. And they're telling us very clearly, like, hey, about the middle of this month, if you don't like the prices now, you're going to like them even less then. So just for everybody to keep in mind, if you're planning on making any purchases, or you know you're going to be making purchases, you know, do your research, figure out now might be the best time before the prices get jacked up. That being said, I also kind of wanted to mention, did anybody see that Graphene OS partnered with Motorola? I thought that was super interesting. In 2027, new Lenovo, Motorola. Lenovo, by the way, owns Motorola. 2027 phones from Motorola are going to be, some of them will have Graphene OS on them. Isn't that crazy?
So it's a little crazy because did you know what I was about to jump in? Oh yeah, I guess so, because you got the script for tonight, I guess. What was I say? Because that's a perfect segue into the new channel partner that we could talk about tonight.
Yeah, definitely go for it.
So I am now partnered with a company that makes Ghost phones. So what is Ghost phones? Well, there's a company that's dedicated in making Graphene OS phones. So what they do is they get a brand new, which I confirmed. It's secondhand because they open the box, they flash the firmware onto it, then they sell it to you. So it's technically secondhand, but it really is like it's kind of firsthand. They take the phone, they put the OS on it for you, and you just get it. And then you're able to do what you want and have a dedicated Ghost phone. Now, the Graphene OS, it helps mitigate all those Android programs, all those processes that track you and invade your privacy. So this is a privacy-oriented phone operating system that will work with Android. So it's kind of like Android. It runs like Android, and it's built around privacy. So it's military grade encryption. There's a whole bunch of things that we'll be diving into later on at this channel once I get this device in my hands. But we are partnered with this company. They're called ghostphone.co. That's the link. And if you use my link and my discount code, you can save $50 on the phone. Now, granted, this is not cheap. So you're looking at, for one device, to about $640 647, so 650. So with my discount, you get about the 600. So the reason why it's so expensive is that they're doing all the work for you. It's pretty much a brand new device, almost out of the box, and you don't have to do anything. So another thing I like on this channel, because there is a market for these type of people. If you want to do this yourself, you want to buy the phone, flash the operating system on it, you can do it. You can do it and save the money if you want. Or you just buy it ready to go and have a dedicated device ready to go when you want. I plan on taking mine and putting two LoRa nodes on it so I can have not only a Ghost phone, but have two Ghost networks that I can work with and mingle with the
Oh,
phone.
that's cool.
So that's my project coming up. When I get the phone, I'm going to make it even more stealth, my own network stuff built into it, and mingle Mesh Core and Meshtastic in ways that will benefit this Ghost experience even more. So with that said, it's like people that buy the device with a Meshtastic gadget built into it, all in one experience. You can buy an Android phone, buy a 3D case, put the battery in, make this yourself, but you're paying for the convenience. Now, just like this phone, if you purchase this phone and use my discount or use my link, it directly comes to helping the channel. This one in particularly would help me a lot more than 90% of the people I'm affiliated with, because since the numbers are so high, so the commission's higher. So this stuff really does help support the channel. So, and on top of it, this is a Christian-based company. They've been around for 6 years. I've been talking to them behind the scenes, getting to know them. So if you don't know me, I like to promote small businesses and Christian companies. That's just how I want to do things here. And they fit all those boxes. So I'm excited to get this phone in the studio. I'm excited to start learning about Graphene OS and find more privacy-oriented tools, because that's what this channel is all about. But just know that this phone is on the way to the studio, and this is a brand new channel partnership. So I look forward to promoting them. I look forward to eventually, hopefully, getting this phone in the hands of some of the content creators in our network, as well as teaching you guys about more privacy-oriented tools in a world where privacy is so valuable. So big shout out to them. Excited to work with them. I look forward to working with them. Now, if you want to look at this right now, if any mods could put the links in the channel discount code, again, it does help the channel, and you can get a first look at this stuff coming. So, segue, by the way, kind of geeky. That was pretty good.
And the link is up. I put that up while you were talking.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Okay, so I might save that for next week. How we doing for time? So about half an hour in. So I did get, I had a care package sent to me from Seed Studio. So some of the things they sent to the studio. Let me just clean. Oh, this is a big one. All right, so this massive thing is a LoRa node. So this is it's similar to the Atlovox beacon. This guy right here has batteries built into it, has a Meshtastic node, all in a nice waterproof case here. This is meant to be on the outdoors. This thing mounts to a tower or a pole, has a solar panel on it, has the LoRa antenna, and I mean, it's tough to see me if I back up a little bit. This is you set it and type of forget it type of thing. So my goal with this guy now has Meshtastic on it. I'm going to be putting Mesh Core on this. I'm going to be turning this into Mesh Core repeater. And I have the Atlovox beacon, just like this. And this guy, I'm going to be leaving this as Meshtastic. And I'm going to have this node, that node, on top of a tower during the spring when I can actually get to it. And the tower, since where I live is about, altogether, the tower's cranked, it's about 600 to 70 feet above sea level. So I would love to see how far I can reach out of these two giant, massive LoRa nodes. So just keep it heads up. So make sure you hit the subscribe button to miss out on that, because this is going to be a really cool experiment putting these on top of a tower. It's scheduled as a premiere, so make sure you don't miss that one. And they sent me a couple other goodies too. They sent me their version of the Weo tracker. Nice little ready to go Meshtastic gadget. Is this thing still on? This has been on for a couple days. Oh wow. Okay. So it was actually on. I just turned it off. So when I recorded this about 4 days ago, 3 days ago, it's still running. So nice Meshtastic node. It comes pre-flashed. All you got to do is connect to it over a Bluetooth connection with your app and set up the region, and you're good to go. Excuse me one second. This one's called the Weo Tracker L1 Pro. Really cool. When I go over the specs and stuff in the video coming up Wednesday, but they sent me this as well as what was the other thing they sent me? Oh, the Sense Cap. So they sent me this too. So this really thin Meshtastic node is the Sense Cap card tracker. This is the T1000E. So this is a really interesting one because how thin it is, and it has the IP, I think 65 proof case, and has Meshtastic node as well as GPS built into it, and it's just a nice form factor. So this guy right here, I go into greater detail with it. Now we had one of these already in the studio, but this is another thing where I'm going to be flashing mesh core on one of them and having the other have Meshtastic. This one might be the better one where I put this on the back of the Ghost phone, these two right here. I don't know. I'm debating between that or a node I can hold on to, but this is really cool. So definitely look out for that video. I go in greater detail about the specs of it, but thank you Seed Studio for sending me that care package. I really did like the devices, and this was a shocker. I mean, this is the first time I saw Seed Studio make one of these type of things, and this is pretty fine. I think this was like $45 or somewhere in that price range for a ready to go gadget. It's really nice. So definitely go check out that video when it comes out. Hit the subscribe button, and then trying to think what's next on the list. We got to talk about the Zero Trace collaboration. Oh, I should probably get some images up too, by the way.
Yeah, let me just sneak in real quick.
Yep.
Everybody, if you scroll up in the chat, you'll see the Seed Studio Meshtastic kit. It premieres March 11th at 7 p.m. is what it said. So make sure you hit the button so that you get notified and you can join us when it goes live.
Perfect. Okay, go to my channel. So we have a promotion going on for Zero Trace, the new Zero Trace Ghost. So Zero Trace, I'm trying to multitask, so hold on, I'm having a hard time doing this. Shorts, pick on the video. Okay, so long story short, I'm trying to help this company called Zero Trace. They're a smaller company, and I helped them with a product redesign. So I actually helped them design the Zero Trace Mini about a year ago. And my idea was to make a small device that could fit into a clip. And I went to help them with a redesign. So I ended up drawing up some specs, and they actually came up with it where it's a much better form factor than this. It has glowing GhostStrat eyes, so it has the GhostStrats theme built into it. And my goal here is to help this company. I'm basically using the branding to help elevate their product, to help elevate them, as well as get this in the hand of over 10 content creators. So my idea was to help people too, because when I first started out on YouTube, I know how hard and frustrating it was to get people and get companies to send you things. And what I'm kind of doing now is that now that I have a pretty decent following, companies are always reaching out to me, oh, can you do this? Can you do this for me? Beside the ones that I know are small companies I want to help out, I try to get people included. Like, well, you know what? I'll help you, but can you help this person, this person, this person too? So my idea here was to get a bunch of content creators all at once to get a free gadget so they can do a video, because it's tough getting stuff in the beginning. Believe me, I can tell you, it's tough to get stuff. And then help them get exposure, network with other content creators, get companies to see them. Because a lot of them, they're really talented people, but they don't get a chance because the algorithm won't push their video. But then the company looks at, hey, wow, they did a really good job with this video. The next time, we're going to definitely look into this person again, and blah, blah, blah. So my goal here is to help get them exposure, help to get the company exposure, use the brand and use the influence to help elevate both the company, the small business, and the content creators. So this is an experiment that I'm doing right now. And the proceeds to this don't go to me at all. This is more of a volunteer type thing. The 5% discount you'll get with this device using my code doesn't go to me. It only helps bring down the price to make it more accessible to people. So this is the first time I'm doing something like this. So if this is successful, I'll look into doing more stuff like this in the future, try to get more content creators a chance and to help them grow and mingle and learn, because it's a good learning experience too, to see how all this stuff works, to help build their channels. This stuff is 90% of it. Working with companies, getting them to send you things, negotiating, doing this. Now, a lot of stuff I do is volunteer work. I don't really have any sponsorships yet because I'm very picky and I'm working on doing things my version, my way. But I like to, this is a secondary job for me. This isn't a full-time thing for me. I have a full-time job. I have kids and everything. This is I do for you guys because I really want to help people and motivate them in this space. So anyway, this is for that. This is an experiment. Definitely go check it out. Everybody has gotten this. The 10 content creators, everything got shipped out this week. So I'm hoping by the end of this next week or soon, you'll be seeing this device all over YouTube soon. So I'm really excited to see that. I think this is a really cool marketing strategy and also a really cool community project. So we'll see. I hope to do more stuff like this in the future because I've been finalizing my branding too. But I want to promote giving. Like people remember the givers, not the takers at the end of the day. So if you do a favor for somebody else, don't expect anything in return and tell them to pay it forward. Like that's how you really make change in this world. But with that said, that is the update. I'm going to play this quick little video and then we'll move on.
Design was my idea. I ended up drawing up a sketch and giving it to Zero Trace. As you see here, it's nicely formatted. It has nice magnets, a much more premium look than the original Zero Trace Mini. So my goal with this was to help them redesign a product that has my branding on it, and also help them and also help other content creators. So right now we have a team of content creators that will be getting this device and doing reviews on it, as well as experiencing the new ghost mode that Zero Trace offers for people that like privacy. Zero Trace HID tools are one of my favorites. I'm really glad that it's a collaboration. And my goal here is to help a small business as well as help other content creators mingle and work together on something as a community. And this is my first time doing something like this. Now it's going to be at least a week to get my hands on this. They just finalized the product today, but you can get yours today if you would like. There's only 25 of these available. Anything after that will be made to order, so you'll be waiting a little bit longer to receive yours. And if you use code GSMINI, you can save 5%. Now proceeds don't go to me at all. This is solely for helping the business, helping content creators.
Probably should just play this video now that I'm looking at it. Literally I should have just played the video. It literally just said everything I just said. All right, so that's that. So that's about the Zero Trace project we're working on. Hopefully you guys will be seeing that device within the week. So we're going to be moving on to the next segment. And also, I think I saw somebody, Sources 39. Thank you very much for becoming a channel member. That really means a lot. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Yes, and I was just gonna mention that to you. The other thing is Zero Trace is in the house right now.
Oh.
So we got the developer here and the owner of the company that you're working with. Always awesome.
Yeah.
And he's a regular.
Thanks for being here. It's like I think it's also like 3 a.m. where he is. So thank you very much for being here. It means a lot. And you did a great job. So I know you did a lot of dedication. I know you were sick the week doing the redesign as well. So great job, Zero Trace. I'm proud of you. You did a really great job. And I'm excited to see how this goes. I really think it's going to work out. And I think it's going to help content. I think we're doing a really cool thing. So I'm really excited about it. I think good things are going to happen. And I think it's going to open the door and show people all the other cool things that Zero Trace has to offer. So with that said, I need to move. Where did the mini go? I had it in my hand. Everything blends in the studio. It's like a chameleon. I'll find it later. But to move on, so in the background, I'm working on Bruce themes. So for people that don't know, Bruce is I say company, but it's a team of people where they make firmware for these IoT devices to turn these into hacking gadgets. And what I do is I like putting my design on things. I like making things more appealing. I like making the things feel more personal. So here you're looking at a GhostStrats original theme here. This is a brand new one that I made for the Bruce fundraiser event that I'm planning after the Zero Trace event. So basically, I have animated themes here, custom themes. This wheel is not working right, but every instead of it being very bland and just showing you like GPS or whatever the screen may be, I have these animated screens to make these devices look really cool. So this one's called Ghost Punk. So you can see there's movement, there's things going on. If you click it, you get the nice green, purple, everything matches. So this one has a custom boot screen. I don't have it installed on this one just yet, but I've made over 10 themes in the last 3 weeks. I think like 4 of them are brand new, and the other ones were remasters of the old themes I made that didn't work because Bruce updated and broke everything. So I've been working very hard on this stuff. So actually, I might be able to show you how many. I put all of them on here for testing. UI, and they're fully available now. So if you do want to grab them, and if you're watching this live stream, I mean, all these themes I made for the event, they've been remastered. I thought I had another animated one. Cyberpunk. Oh, that's the old one. All right, I missed that one. Let's go to that one. Cyberpunk animated one. This one's for the T embed. Cyberpunk Jason. Yeah, so this is the remaster. I love this one. So I'm glad I got this one working again. So this one has a lot of animation. This is more like a holographic screen type of thing. As you see, there's all little details in it. There's a nice little breathing effect with the LED lights. As you hear, this is a GhostStrats original. Also, this is an older theme I made, but I remastered it to work better with the new Bruce firmware. So I did all this stuff because it's my way of contributing to the community, trying to make this stuff accessible and cool, and putting my spin on it all. And I have my own custom themes I've been working on too for these. But with that said, I have 10 of them already available. I'm going to be doing a fundraiser. So my fundraiser event, this is my idea. So I've been talking to LilyGo again behind the scenes. I want them to donate at least 5 of these T embeds. And I told them, hey, we should do something fun. I want to get a bunch of content creators. Me, I think Valley Tech Solutions is on, wants to play with me, but it'll be a gaming night. We're gonna play Fortnite, right? And then if we get to like the top 10, I want to see if not Zero Trace. I want to see if LilyGo will donate this is the tiers I want to do. Let me show you. So we got the touch, and then we have where's the old? So if we make it the top 10, LilyGo will donate a really cheap device. If we make it the top 5, they'll donate a medium device. If we win a game, they'll donate one of these. And then after the 5 or 6 games that we play, we'll tally up all the devices that we unlocked or that we earned, whatever, for the sponsored gaming we did. And then we'll do a big giveaway to give them away to you guys. So it could be like a fun, I think it'd be fun because people that don't know me, I used to be a gaming content creator. I mean, I still do kind of, but I think it'd be cool to see people like a little bit out of their element and also like having fun and like earning. To me, I think it'd be a cool, fun thing to do. Haven't finalized it yet. I'm still waiting for LilyGo to agree to the terms. I did send them the email, so hopefully they listen and they respond back to me at some point. But that's the idea. So just gonna keep an eye out for that. I think it'll be a fun thing to do. So like a game night, I would love to get Talking Sasquatch on it too. Me talking Sasquatch, can't talk. Talking Sasquatch. My God, help me. Valley Tech, myself, and somebody else. Let me know what you guys, who else you think I should join our squad. But I think that's what I want to do. So I haven't talked to Sasquatch about it yet. I did talk to him about a while ago about doing something like this. He said he's into it. But we'll see. So just something fun I'm planning. I'm going to try. Maybe I'll do other things to do giveaways. But I know that I'm contributing to this. And I'm going to pick one lucky winner. I'm going to make you a custom theme. So I did this before with one of these study months. But we'll have a grand prize where I'll reach out to somebody, whoever wins, I'll reach out to you, we'll connect, and you tell me exactly what you want. I'm going to make you an animated theme. I'm going to make you an animated boot screen and your own custom sound as well. So you're going to have your own dedicated Bruce theme that I will maintain and stuff like that. Kind of like how I made a theme for NerdSec, which maybe I can find to show you. So I'll do something like that, but that'd be another prize. I will make a theme for somebody. Another way I can give away.
Awesome gift. Yeah.
theme. I want to see if I can find yours. You can have it all. All right. NerdSec.
Question.
Just that's it's a lot of time. It's just a lot of time. I studied graphic design back in the day, so it's a little bit of graphic design and like maybe 4 or 5 AI tools, and it's me wrestling with AI as well as making my own adjustments. And I have a video kind of showing you how to do it, but it's much more advanced now. Because there's a lot of AI. It's a lot. It takes up a lot of time, a lot of testing. I'm constantly going back and forth with these devices, but as you can see here, this is a custom theme I made for NerdSec. They also have a custom boot screen, which unfortunately you can't see, but I have set up where they have the cool lighting and stuff like that. So all this stuff I set up for you. So all you got to do is put the file in here and you're good to go. So I try to make it super easy for you guys. So that's my way of contributing toward the community there, and hopefully I can help raise some money to Bruce, because it's really nice having companies like them do this stuff for people that make these hacking gadgets accessible, because not everybody can buy a Flipper Zero at the end of the day. So working on that. This is my kit. This is my travel kit, my travel dev kit.
Wait, what is that? Darren Kitchen playing Fortnite? I would hate to watch that.
Yeah, I'm down. We need a fourth. So if I can get, I got to confirm Sasquatch, but I'm pretty sure I can convince Valley to play Fortnite with me.
Oh, Valley for sure. I'm sure Cal would be down. Darren from Hack 5, that would be pretty damn awesome.
Yep, I'm gonna try to get more devices donated, but it's tough to get Bruce themed devices. Like I have a lot of companies that help me with LoRa, but not Meshtastic. I mean, but not the Bruce firmware. So LilyGo is the only company that kind of makes sense to have donate for this event. But I'm working on it. So just give me time.
Cyberchuck says he'll play.
Perfect. We got 4 then. So it'll be me, Cyberchuck, Valley, and Sasquatch. I can't say his name tonight. God help me. So just we'll see. Nothing finalized yet, because I gotta, if LilyGo won't donate, I gotta figure out something else. But at least you're gonna get themes from me. I'm remastering themes. It's a lot of work for me to do. It's been taking me like all weekends. It's a lot of work. And then making up the new themes, and I will make one for somebody. Like I'll sit down with you, we'll talk, and you tell me exactly what you want, and I'll cater the theme toward whatever you want. So that'll be the grand prize, one-on-one with me, to help you create the theme of your dreams on Bruce. So that's what I would want to do. So that's that. How much are we doing for time? 53. Good timing. And this will roll us into, all right, so speaking of graphic design and me finalizing my brand, I've been working on a lot with, I haven't really made too much clothing stuff yet, because I got to work on the designs first and then placing them on clothing. But I've been working on a couple new things this week to show you when it comes to the GhostStrats store. So it's tough to see, but I have these, I got a couple new things in the shop. So I kind of have like a graffiti style and a cyber style mouse pad. So I'm just experimenting how it's going to look on products. But this is the GhostStrats logo with the GS, because usually you have GS, and this is more of a cyberpunk theme, a cyber theme. This is more of a graffiti style cyberpunk theme. And then if you scroll up, I have it on the coffee cup. And then this one came out perfect. So this is the style I really want to go for, is this futuristic cyberpunk look. So safety is an illusion. And then you see I have the GhostStrats eyes right there. So that's a new mouse pad that's available. And then this is brand new. So this is Chinese symbols. So this one means ghostly, and this one means a strategy. So like together, it's like ghost strategies. But I love the language, because when you put things together, it kind of changes the meaning. So this is like ghostly strategies, but since it's together, kind of means like what I'm basically trying to show here, like ghost motive, like ghost motives and stealthy operations. Like putting that together, that's what it means. But the symbols also look just enough where they have that cyberpunk theme. So really cool. So you're going to be seeing this on the Cyberpunk clothing as well as stuff like this. But brand new stuff in the shop. And I'm gonna be ordering some of this stuff myself, but I want to keep making. So these are some of the designs. I have way more that I'm working on in the background, but just to give you a heads up. So every week I'll update you on stuff I'm making. But this has been these two I'm really excited about. This one's really cool, but this is what I was trying to go for, and this took forever to get just right. But just know that it's getting there, getting better, and this stuff's available in the shop right now. So I just want to give you guys a heads up on that.
Ghost, let me just jump in real quick.
Please.
First and foremost, let me say hello to Jeremiah. Always good to see you, bro.
Hi.
And he says, Ghost, I'll donate a hand kit. So that's H4M kit. That's awesome for the
event? For the Bruce event?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, sick. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely talk to talk to either me or Geeky after this or something, and we can. If I can get like people like donating people like get enough, I gotta figure it out. We'll talk though. We'll talk because I want to get it organized. I want to make sure it's organized and fair for everybody. So, and especially if I'm going to mingle with other content creators, I don't want to say, "Oh, GhostStrats is giving all this stuff away." But he's just, you know what I mean. I gotta spread the love too, make it fair for every community. So, it's gonna take a lot of time planning that. But if I can get a list of people what they want to donate, that'd be great. The whole goal is to get people to donate to help Bruce. So that's the goal too. So like free devices and stuff are fun, but we need to help the people that help us at the end of the day. So that's the whole goal of this fundraiser stuff.
That.
So thank you. So that's awesome.
Also, Hellhound joined us. A lot of us have been playing with stuff that he's been doing lately. Welcome in, sir. Good to see you.
Nice to see you. How's it going? What's he been playing? What has he been playing? What have you guys been playing with particularly? Can't speak. What you guys been playing with that he has?
He does firmware.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
What firmware is he working on?
Hellhound, can you splash your Git? That'd be wonderful.
What's up?
Hey, Tennessee, how are you, sir? Yeah, Hellhound, if you can splash your links to your projects, that would be super awesome.
Yeah, please.
I know a number of people have been playing with your stuff and get you some exposure.
Yeah, please. I definitely want to. The whole another thing I try to do is like help grow as much as the community as I can. Real quick though, I wanted to show you guys something. So I've been testing because I've been in the background, kind of like testing all my old stuff for the BLE Shark Nano. So this is just a naked BLE Shark Nano because I've been experimenting with it without the shell because I was doing something with it. But I've been testing all my old scripts and they still work. So for an example here, if I was to run this one, this is the fake hacker takeover. This script is in the BLE Shark Nano Discord. So if you want to pick this up and have this happen to your computer, look really cool. Again, this is just a prank. This is all the BLE Shark Nano doing this right now. It says, I'm inside your PC. This is this device right here doing all of this. It's doing a whole bunch of fake hacker text. And this is all just HID command stuff. So it's just me typing. This is pre-typing everything. Everything's all set out. This is not completely harmless. It just looks like a hacker takeover. So it's going to type a whole bunch of random stuff. And because I think the BLE Shark Nano, I think they're almost done shipping everything, or they're really close for the last update that they have. So soon to be able to buy these things just like normal soon. So I'm really excited for that. So if you see here, it'll say this is my PC now. And then another screen's going to pop up and say goodbye, and then the computer will shut down. And then goodbye, and then the computer should shut down. Perfect. So really cool. So that script I wrote for the BLE Shark Nano, and it's also on Zero Trace. So I also wrote it in the Zero Trace language as well. Definitely worth checking out. So I've been messing with this as well. So hopefully I think next week we'll do a little bit more with the BLE Shark Nano. But I just wanted to show you guys that because I was working on that this week, testing some of the old stuff to make sure everything still works. So that's that. I think we're good. So I think now we're at the Q&A hanging out part. So how is everybody doing? We did good.
Dr. Spaceman says, GhostStrats, is that a naked BLE shark now?
It is. It is because
That just made me giggle.
it is naked. Close your eyes. I mean, we're gonna blur it out. But yeah, honestly though, I'm shocked because this is. I'm not just saying this because I like them, because I do. I do like BLE Shark Nano. I love InfuShark Tech. I like everything they do. This thing is so like usually like these points are very weak, but everything here is pretty solid. I feel comfortable putting this in my pocket. Like I don't recommend it because you should leave the case on, but it's strong enough. I put a little piece of tape just to hold the battery in place. I just like this. I think it looks really cool naked like this. And it does work. I mean, it works for me. Again, not best for it, but it's strong enough and it's well built enough. That's what kind of why I'm messing around with it lately, because I was swapping cases and trying things. But I'm gonna try it without it. Looks pretty cool. Something it's because it is nice. And the see-through case is really nice too. It's probably the best of both worlds, but really cool. I'm hoping by next week BLE Shark Nano releases their big update, because there's a lot going on with this device. But we'll see. There's a reason why I've been messing with this. So I know a lot that's coming soon with this device, and I'm really excited for you guys to get your hands on it too. Really cool stuff about InfuShark coming out. So really excited. Can't share it yet, but it's exciting.
Sounds awesome.
Yep.
Sounds like content creators got to show everybody how to update their firmware.
Yeah, it does it on its own. So I mean, it's super easy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So how's everybody doing? We did perfect. It was perfect timing tonight. Right on the dot for 60 minutes. Very proud of us tonight.
Yeah, someone was asking for the Discord channel.
Yes.
Splash.
Cyberchuck, what?
Matthew, yeah, definitely join us. We'd love to have you. It's like I said earlier, it's a really great community. Join us if you can.
What is strong? Okay, so that's a good one. So GhostStrats. What is stronger, the Nano board or the Kishu board? I'm not sure. And when it comes to strength, but the Kishu is limited because of the antennas, right? But also the BLE Shark Nano doesn't really have antennas. I think the Nano is easier to upgrade when it comes to range. I don't know. That's a good question, man. I think that might be a close, but the problem is the Nano is under $40 and the Kishu is what, 150 without a case or anything, right? Like something up there. So if you're, I mean, it's like comparing. Well, I have a Toyota Corolla and a Lexus, I guess, because it's both technically a Toyota, right? I don't know, but like I don't know. Maybe that's a bad comparison, but
No,
yeah,
I don't know. I think it also depends on the tools that you have. I like the simplicity that the BLE Shark has, right? I like that I don't have to go through as many menus and things like that. And of course, the price that you mentioned. It's inexpensive, so it's an easy tool to add on to.
Yeah.
If you already have a flipper, I wouldn't get a Kisu. You know, if you already have a high boy, I wouldn't get a Kisu. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, and the key, yeah, it's just Kishu's cool. Like, don't get me wrong. The cool thing about the Kishu is that it can run flipper firmware. Like, I have Momentum on here. Like, it's a watered down version of Momentum. But and I have, yeah, but I don't really use this much because I have other devices that I think are just better for what I do every single day. Not to saying that this is bad, because it is pretty cool. I like the idea of what the Kishu is doing. And honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of the Flipper Zero because of the devs. The community is great, the device is cool, but the whole dev team, what's happened with them at content creators in the last year, has really turned me off about them. So until they make a formal apology to a couple content creators that they blew up at, I mean, I'm definitely not really promoting them at all. So
yeah, it's their devs and their community. I had a problem with their community on Reddit just a month ago. I was, the playlist Ghost for NerdSec.
no.
For those who don't know, Ghost made one of the videos in the playlist. So I posted a war driving thread in the Flipper Zero community on Reddit because tons of people use their Flipper Zero for war driving. and oh my goodness, their mods just went crazy, and like they just went so overboard. Like, if you're not familiar with Reddit, you can just not allow a post to go to the forum, right? But then you can be a jerk and not allow it and mark it as spam, or you can then, on top of that, even report it. And it was like, you report things that are like seriously bad, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so they went all out trying to report the 3 videos that have been done on the war driving series. Like, it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's not cool.
It's not cool. I think it's going to hurt the company more than it's going to hurt, the members of the community. We seem to be doing fine, and there seems to be a lot of fantastic devices out there that are strong alternatives now, right?
Yep. I'm rooting for Highboy, to be honest with you. That's I love their team. I love what they're doing.
Yep.
And I look very forward to what they produce.
Yeah, 100% agreement.
Keeping it real is the way to be. Appreciate you, man.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just appreciating the comments. I really do appreciate it. Try my best to be as transparent as possible and be there for you guys. Oh, speaking of which, I want to mention this. So about a year ago, I cut ties with a company or a firmware. I keep saying company, but Infiltra was they were making a firmware kind of like the Bruce firmware, and their team was kind of like disrespectful. They were disrespectful toward the Bruce community. I get competition. Like, there's one thing to have competition, but it's one thing to like call somebody else like an idiot for using something else when Bruce has been delivering a product for free for all this time, helping the community. So I stuck up for Bruce. I cut ties with the company. I said, forget you. I don't like how you're presenting yourself. But recently, one of their founders reached out to me, and they apologized. They showed me that they're really making big changes and they're trying to become better. And they basically just apologized. They were really great about it. And I'm looking back into them again because they're going to be working on better business practices. So that I feel good about saying, okay, I'm going to look into this. I'll talk about it a little bit more. So they acknowledge that there was a problem, and they're going to do better and make sure that they represent the community better. And there's nothing wrong with competition and poking fun sometimes, but when you're blatantly disrespecting somebody, there's a fine line. So I don't support stuff like that, but they made an effort to say sorry. So I'm going to look into them again. And as long as they keep on the same path of what they're telling me, and they keep making the improvements and they're respectful, then we'll do that. So my goal here is to try to help the community any way I can, and also help represent companies that deserve to be represented. So for them to apologize like that and to reach back out to me the way they did, I think that was a very big step toward that. So we'll look into it. So just to give you guys a heads up, we'll be looking into that at some point as well.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, so and I'm excited to see what they come up with in the last year. So I haven't seen their project within a year. The last thing I saw with them, they had headless operating systems working on the TM bed back in the day. Now they have full version firmware running with that's not headless. So I'm curious to see it. So we'll see. But something to look forward to. So something new.
For sure.
Yeah. And before we end tonight, I do want to end on a positive message. Because I want to kind of end these live streams like that. And I need to sit down because my legs are killing me. Hold on, coming over. Sent a disco. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Thank you very much for sending a disco. Can I see your face? I don't like showing my face. I don't like to. It's not that I'm hiding my identity. It's just that I don't want to give this channel like a face type of thing, because I feel like when people do that, they kind of like I want people to look up to the idea rather than me, if that makes any sense. So I don't want to be the center of the attention. Hell found if you feel crazy. Okay, GhostStrats, I have to look at. I'm always tapped mentally. Yeah, I'll check it out. But
Ghost, if you have a cheap yellow display,
I do.
grab his firmware, throw it on there, and play. You'll have some fun.
Okay, I'm trying to think. I gotta find it because I think I broke mine because I'm very good at breaking things. Hold on. I think because doesn't this Ghost? I got this from Rabbit Labs. Is this that? Is that what's inside this? The Rabbit Labs Ghost.
Yeah, that's about the size of it.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that particular device though.
I broke the screen, but I think it's good enough where I can use it.
Kennedy Ken donating some cash.
Thank you so much, Kennedy. Is this a screw? Oh, there's a screw. That's funny. Okay, yeah. Before I break it even more, if I think this is that cheap yellow display, so maybe I could try it. Maybe I'll try it. But positive message. So I want to leave on a positive note. So I want to say it's not more of like a positive note, but it's something that you to do this week. So what I want you guys to do, because this winter is bad for a lot of people that suffer from depression, anxiety, and it's been a tough winter all around. Now, somebody that struggles with depression, I understand the value in all of this. So just reach out to somebody this week. So we all have somebody that, like a friend or a family member or somebody in our life, even maybe a coworker, that they struggle, or maybe it's just a friend you haven't connected with a long time, or if you haven't just took the time to even call your mom or dad, or just depending on where you are in your life, take a minute out of your day just to reach out to them. Now, they might not answer, or they might kind of seem like it's a nonchalant conversation. Oh, thanks for checking in, blah, blah, blah. But you don't understand how significant it is to reach out to somebody. Because some people, they get lost in that battle where they just getting up every day is a battle. Like, a lot of people don't understand that fight where even getting out of bed is a struggle. So when you have somebody that reaches out to you, it shows like their life has just that little bit more value than they tell themselves, because they believe a lie that they tell themselves every single day. I'm not good enough, or I'm never going to get ahead. Life's never going to get better. And it might not be true, because it's not true. But when you tell yourself something for so long, you believe it. So when somebody reaches out of the blue, when you break that cycle or pattern, it really makes a difference, no matter how small the connection is. So value that. And just reach out to one person. And if not, maybe more. But just do that, because you don't understand how significant it is to just be there for somebody, even if it's just something as minor as a phone call. So just do that this week, believe me. So that's one thing I want to leave. So thank you. Yeah, I want to just, because it's stuff, it's just, I see a lot, and it's just, and I feel for people, and a lot of the reason why I built the thing I built and tried doing the Discord and building the community is because I just don't want people to ever feel alone, because feeling alone is the worst feeling in the world. And if you make a space and just where you feel like you're somewhat like welcome, or you just feel like you belong a little bit, or you're just again, just not feeling alone, just giving you some place to be, that could save someone's life at the end of the day. Because that's the lie we tell ourselves, that we're alone, people don't feel like me, but believe it or not, we're all fighting the same fight. Just some people show it, hide it better than others. So just something to consider.
Definitely. 100%. Great message. The comments reflect it.
Yeah, that's good. But I appreciate everybody. So any other questions about tonight? So I want to end it, do the positive message, and then we'll just do a Q&A to wrap up the night. I do have a little bit more free time because I don't think we're playing Family Fortnite up after this, because my wife's sick too. We're all kind of still battling with whatever virus this is, but I just wanted to just check in. I'll try to do a little bit of Q&A tonight for a little while.
Ghost, what that you can discuss, what project are you the most excited about right now?
Oh, God. Okay, so what I'm excited about, I can't just pick one, because this year is going to be the year where a lot of things like collide. So I'm excited for Highboy. I guess that's the one that's on the top of my brain, because I just like everything that they're doing. I'm excited for BLE Shark Nano to grow. I'm really excited for Zero Trace, because I just think now that it's been a year, they're a little bit more seasoned, and They came out with the new GhostStrats edition device, has the glowing eyes. For the first time, I can see my touch and my art and like custom like it to into a device like that's special to me. Between Zero Trace, the BLE Shark Nano, the High Boy, I'm interested in the Boom too. I eventually looking into that one. It's just there's a lot. There's a lot I'm looking for when it comes to like the hacking gadgets. I mean, I look forward to getting into the Wi-Fi Pineapple a little bit more pager, but excuse me, sorry, I'm at the point my throat's going away. But I know it's a tough question. There's a lot, but the ones that I said are the ones on the top of my brain right now.
Awesome.
Crossbow.
What's the best AI tool to use? Barebones 404 says.
Depends on what you're using it for. Are you talking about like art or like making the things that I make, or are you talking about like for learning? Because it's two different animals. And what did Doc say about the crossbow? I'm still waiting on Ballista. They haven't sent it to me yet, but we did discuss springtime, so I signed their contract. I'm just waiting for the crossbow. ChatGPT is good.
And we had a question. Yeah.
Uh,
I even like Copilot. Copilot at work, where we have we're obviously on the Microsoft tenant, and having it be able to dig through my emails and everything like that. That's so nice.
I did not. I gotta look into that, dude. Are you serious? I've been using.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Oh man, I work a lot with Excel files because I do asset management as well. Oh, it makes life so much easier. It's so interesting. Even little things like it plays administrative assistant. I can have it add like calendar events and figure out like I'm constantly setting up meetings and I got to figure out who's available when, and it's like trying to find everyone's calendars is so booked it can be very difficult, and you can use it to say, hey, when is GhostStrats available? And between now and 2 weeks from now for 1 hour, and it'll give you a little list, and then it'll just give you a little link, and it'll say, you want me to schedule? Boom, done.
Oh yeah, I like that in Outlook. I like that you're able to see their schedules in Outlook, but I didn't know you can use Copilot to enhance that experience. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, you have to have a license, right? Then it'll show up in your tools, your 365 tools, and then you can click on it from there, or you can hit the website, or I'm sorry, not the website, but the app that is in Windows 11, and you'll be good to go. It's pretty neat. I like ChatGPT better overall, but it's pretty nice when you have all Microsoft tools.
Yeah, you can get highlight on it. Gemini is good for coder. Gemini is good for art. So like I feel like Google right now between Gemini and then the banana thing they're using and Flow. Flow has been they used to be just a video editing tool, but now they're using it for AI image generation. If you have Google Pro, that account, definitely look at Flow because it gives you access to that. And lately, it's been the best one that I've been using, at least, to help with like taking an idea I have, putting it into a prompt, and giving me the image to work off of to modify. It's a good starter for me. So try Flow out. That's something when it comes to It's a Google product. So check Flow out. That's what I've been using. For at least for that stuff. Gemini is really good too. But I prefer ChatGPT for like everything else I do because it just knows me so well because I've been feeding it for so long. So personally, I like that. And thank you, Tennessee, for sending me the 100 of. I have no idea what that is, but thank you. Copilot is good for image. I gotta try it because I haven't used Copilot at all. To be honest with you, I kind of avoid Microsoft as the plague, but I'll look into it. Yeah, it is good for your bang for your buck. It's hard for me to break up with ChatGPT. I just can't do it.
Right, I hear you.
Can't do it.
Area AI, a site called Area everyone's 404 says. I have not heard of that. It gives me a list of all the latest AI. So I'm talking. You must be talking about the different models that are available. I'm thinking.
I forgot about Gronk. Yeah, that's a good one, Matt. I didn't think about Gronk either. There's so many. I didn't even think about that. There's a lot now.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I think we're going to see this space get simplified because there's a lot of different models out there, and for a lot of us, like myself, I'm open to using others, but I have so much, you know, so many conversations
Yeah.
in ChatGPT that I go back to, and it's like I don't want to have that spread out all over the place.
It's
right?
it's like being in a toxic relationship you just can't get out of sometimes. You gotta, like, you find a way.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Dr. Spaceman. He's got problems with Grok.
He does, yeah, boy. Yeah, I know Doc likes Gemini. He got me into the Gemini a while back. I gotta get into Marathon, though. That reminds me. Is Marathon out to buy yet, Doc? Is that still, like, in beta? Who was at my house? Oh, my brother. Never mind. Just looking at chat. I'm trying to catch up on chat, too. I'm looking through. Waiting for both.
Marathon is out and good.
All right, I gotta buy it. I definitely want to get that game. I'm looking forward to learning more about that story too. It looks kind of intriguing. Apparently, Marathon's been out before too, Doc. From what I've seen, there's an old game of Marathon 1 somewhere out there.
In TikTok, ask whatever questions you have.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Do our best to answer them.
Yeah, we're doing Q&A to wrap up the stream tonight for a little while. We had a very efficient stream tonight. Worked out really well.
It did. And it's not, you sound like you're doing pretty good. I know earlier today you were like thinking about like, I don't know if I should just cancel or do this. It sounds like it worked out really well, huh?
Yeah, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I went through it. I've just been feeling sick, and then I've been doing a lot. It's just I've been, because when you're sick and you're at work and then you're also doing errands on top of it and then doing side projects and also trying to like plan events and stuff. I'm live. Stay upstairs.
Hey Waves, welcome in. He says he gives you some greets.
Hi.
Ghost.
Nice to see you here. Sorry about that. What's up, Waves?
You can't find the Spec 5 stuff? Here, I got links for you.
Yeah, well, I think
got links, bro.
I think the GhostStrats there it goes. I think the GhostStrats edition stuff is off their website now. I think that promotion has ended. You could check, but I don't think it's live anymore.
Well, I'll throw the links up, and if they're not good, they're not good. But at least it'll get them to the site.
Yep, thank you.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I got my two. I'm gonna be rocking with the Mesh Core and the Meshtastic, the what do you call it, the mini trackers this week. I'm gonna be trying this system out, the dual system.
Yeah, Matthew. Yeah, Ilya. He's a good dude.
Did you see his? I'm sorry. ADHD. You go first. Sorry.
I was just saying he's a good dude. That's all. I was really well done.
Yeah, he did a live stream today. He went over his studio. It is amazing. He has it's not even a studio. It's not even like a studio. He has like an apartment now. Like he has so much space. Dude, if you get a chance to look at it, like I cannot believe the space. I told him like, listen, use it as a tax write-off. Like you got a full-blown apartment now for a recording studio. It looks awesome. He did such a great job. It's so professionally done. Definitely worth checking out. One of the coolest. I need to get more funding, so hopefully the ghost phone thing works out. But I always wanted to officially do mine kind of like that, but it's a lot of time and money. But he did a really great job.
Check it out. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
His,
Where is he going to be? This is one of the things about the community that I like so much. Where is Ilya going to be 10 years from now, right?
yeah, right. He has a lot of talent, and I noticed that from the beginning. Like I know I see a lot of the content creators that I mingle with and I talk to almost every day. Well, not every day,
Yeah.
but I talk to periodically. Each of them have something special about them. Like, and they have everybody, and that's the great thing is that everybody has something special. Not all, we're all different. I know we're all covering some of the same stuff, but you can learn something different in different ways from different people. And like that kid, he's very talented. He has a lot of talent, and as he grows and matures, just like all of us we have, like if he's already great now, what is he going to be like in a couple of years? Like he's even great now. So like just think of like stuff like that. Like everybody's going to eventually get better because in time, practice, as they learn and they get, we all get more confident and stuff like that. So it's just great to see. So he's and he's reaching a young audience to get them excited, where they're usually their generations, who knows what they're looking into, but it's cool. So it's he's reaching a whole separate area and audience as well, which is great, and bringing him into this space, which is awesome. Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope he does well. I hope he sticks with it. Maybe he'll find a college path that will enhance his technical skills. Jump into computer science or network engineering, something along those lines. And then, carry on in the security community like he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's a person that perseveres too. So I've advocated because I struggle. I have a lot of learning issues, disability issues myself. He doesn't have that, but I'm just there's a lot of people in this world where they either become bitter or they become better. So sometimes life will throw you a curveball or something that in your life that may hinder you in some certain way. You have a choice. Do you want to become bitter about it and hate the world and not do anything about it, or do you want to become better? So he's one of those people that made that choice to become better, and it shows. So and that's another reason why I like the kid so much, because he makes that he walks that walk. So.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, we got a question. Lamar, thanks for correcting me here. The question is from TikTok Riff. What's the best phone for high privacy? So, of course, I dumped the link to the Ghost phone there. You'll see that. I don't see any reason. I haven't tried it yet, but I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be a great place to start.
Yep, I mean,
you got thoughts?
No, I think Graphene OS is the way to go. As I think it's the best option or the only option out right now for a dedicated stealthy OS that's not Android or Google heavily based. I think that's the best one. I'm gonna learn more about it myself. I know there's a lot of military grade encryption and there's other special things in there, but basically, it's kind of stopping all those background processes that would track you normally. And it's I believe it's open sourced, but when I get the device, I'll dive deeper into it. But if there was an option, that's it. And you could build your own, or you can buy one that's ready to go. And that's why I'm partnered with this company, because I'm all for making it easier for everybody. Because not a lot of us have time, especially someone like myself, where I consider myself a hobbyist, and I have a full-time job, kids. Volunteer work, and then I have YouTube, and then I have other things I do. So it's just, for me to sit down and build a phone and do it, I could see in my life, if I was to advertise something, I would probably buy something like that, because it's just ready out of the box, ready to go for me. So that's why I value stuff like that. So I think, yes, that would be my answer, yeah.
And it looks like Kennedy Ken did us all a favor and verified the code for the I can't remember what am I talking about here. The Spec 5s, sorry everybody, the code for the Spec 5s is no longer working.
It's not, okay, so they took it down. So okay, well, it was nice when it lasted, but now we can focus on the Zero Trace promotion. So that was my first like collaboration, but the Zero Trace is like probably the real, like, you can see me in it. Like, this is just purple, but I don't know, it's just, yeah. So we can look forward to the Zero Trace collaboration that's coming up soon.
Yeah. Wolf Tiger, a Kali mobile distro?
Yeah,
You know,
NetHunter.
there is,
NetHunter, right?
It's not the same though. Like the Kali mobile distros really for getting like a Linux terminal and tools onto a mobile device. It's not set up as a privacy phone.
Yeah, hold on.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, because I wrote down notes about graphene. Hold on. I shouldn't have put this laptop away so soon. Hold on. So graphene, I don't know. Okay, GhostStrats, small Christian company, because I took notes on this. Blah, blah, blah. Where is it? Oh, that's the other one. Where's my notes? Graphene is a security and privacy hardened version of Android built from the Android open source project. It is designed to remove any of the tracking components found in a standard Android while adding stronger security protections such as hardened memory protection, improving sandboxing, and trigger control over permission. Configured to provide a simpler, more privacy-focused experience, typically limiting apps and features so the phone focuses on essential tools like calling, texting, navigating, and basic utilities rather than the full app ecosystem found on most smartphones. There you go.
Yep. For most people, what does that mean? It means that app availability is very, very limited. So you got to keep that in mind. Like, what is the purpose of your tool?
Exactly. That's why it's a good secondary. That's why I like having multiple options, multiple computers, multiple devices. I just feel like having just for me, I like that. I like having options.
Yeah, definitely. Repurpose those old laptops. Turn them into figure out a Linux distro you want to try and play with it, and then try something else.
Yeah.
Saves garbage going into the landfills.
It does. Or you can have fun like I do and turn them into art projects.
Yes.
You do that.
And do various things to them.
Yeah. I can't wait to get the crossbow. I have some art projects planned.
That poor guy's like, I don't want him to get the crossbow.
There was a chainsaw company that stopped talking to me. So there was, I almost had a chainsaw in the studio, and they stopped they didn't send it. You're gonna do what?
That would be a great video, though, wouldn't it, for content?
I'm gonna do some silly stuff because we need it. I think we need comic relief. So I'm gonna do some really funny things this year. Shooting laptops with arrows. I'm gonna be shooting a Ring doorbell with an arrow. I'm hoping it explodes.
Yes.
I think the batteries, if you puncture it enough, I mean, we'll have fun. I think we're definitely gonna be fire for sure. So we're gonna have fun.
Yeah, Matthew says, I agree, old laptops and refurbished laptops are great for ghost laptops. And that reminded me, you have a video, Ghost, where you stripped out like a camera and microphone and all of that stuff, actually removing hardware to harden the device. Do you remember what the name of that was or when that was released so people can go look that up?
I kind of every year I come out with a new Ghost build. So there's multiple on my channel. The most recent one, I experimented with a couple other fundamental ideas where you kind of hijack somebody else's computer. And there's a bunch. So the one you're talking about, I think that was last year's Ghost video. Because I don't trust software. Software will tell you, hey, your camera's off. But in reality, it could be on. Just because the indication light's off doesn't mean that someone can reprogram it to make it off, even though it's monitoring you. So if I physically remove the connection where it's impossible, there's no electricity, there's no communication at all, I trust me ripping out components more than software saying, hey, don't worry about it, you're fine, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's what I do.
Oh, that's crazy. Cybertruck's like, that's the video that put me on.
Yes.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I try to have fun. I try to make learning fun because I have learning issues where I need to learn hands-on. I need things to be visual for me to understand it. So for me, the way I learn, I feel like it helps a lot of people learn, and it's also fun and interesting. So if I make things more visually nice and more fun to look at, you're gonna learn it more. It's gonna be more fun to learn. If I make it boring, I just think that it's just that's why people lose interest. So, I have a board with you, and many teachers are scared of me knowing all this stuff too. A lot of people get scared too. Like it's the privacy is a right. I don't understand why everyone gets so nervous. Like I don't get that. Speaking of it's like having an opinion sometimes can be dangerous, even though we're supposed to have freedom of speech. I mean, look at that poor Marine that had his arm broken this week. Like unbelievable. Just for speaking his mind.
Holy crap, yeah.
But that's the reality of it. Because today, what you believe in, I'm not picking sides because everybody has a right to believe what they want to believe, but to voice your opinion and then people aggressively to remove you because you voiced that said opinion, there's a red flag there. So it's only freedom of speech if it's what they want you to say, but if it's something other than their agenda, then you're the criminal. It doesn't make sense to me. You can't pick and choose what freedom of speech is. So that's a big problem. So that's another reason why I advocate toward things like Onion Share. So you should know about some free tools that are that you can use to be able to share things without being monitored and stuff like that. So it's not that because you're being malicious, it's because who knows? I mean, the systems itself could be compromised. The systems that meant to protect you can be used against you, or a foreign entity takes it over, and then now what? We're so dependent on this stuff, then what are you going to do when you don't have it? So dependence, I promote compliance, not reliance on this channel.
Agreed, 100%. Absolutely.
Hey, KP.
He says, I'm pretty sure there used to be a mandate that if the camera came on, an LED was directly fed with the camera power, so you couldn't turn the camera on without turning on the light. You know, that might be true, but again, I'm not the most trusting person. If I'm trying to build a machine or make a machine and I don't need the camera, why not just remove it? You can always add it back in.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's easy to find, too. I mean, this one, I might have removed it already. This one I might have left in. So these cheaper laptops you buy, too, are easy to rip apart. Yeah, this one's going to be tighter. But, yeah, it's easy to take out. I'm not going to do it right now, but they're easy to take apart. Old laptops are the best, though, because when you take it apart, it doesn't hurt as much.
That's right. I need a flash drive, but I know very little about tech and cybersecurity. I know bloat and spyware is everywhere, but those things to be mindful of when buying a USB?
No.
I'm not sure if I understand.
Well, I think, all right, so bloat, that doesn't really apply to USB. Bloatware is kind of like a joke we say when it comes to computers. Like if you have a Windows operating system and it has 4,900 background processes that are bogging down your computer, even before you even open your first application, we call that bloatware. It's all this unnecessary garbage in the background running. So your question about what's the right USB to buy, that's a good one. I recommend buying one that's anything 3.0 and more, or maybe 2.0, because you might get these cheap flash drives on Amazon, but this is, I think, a 1.0. It's a generation, basically. This is the generation. It's all about data transfer and how much you can send and receive at once. I think the latest and greatest is 3.2. So I recommend getting the 3.0 USB drives because they're the best for data transfer. If you don't want to sit there for hours for something to load, for example, when I did Parrot Security on one of these older ones, it took over 8 hours for it to go onto this. While I had a 3.0 flash drive, it was fast enough where it did it within like less than an hour. So to give you a kind of a comparison, so if the answer to your question, go for a 3.0 or a 2.0 flash drive, but I would aim toward the 3.0 because it's just better data transfer speeds. That's what you're looking for.
Nordic Health Haven CC. What cheap laptops do any of y'all recommend for coding? I lost my previous laptops and all I have left is my darn Chromebook. Honestly, in my opinion, I do like the Lenovo T480 if you can find it inexpensive. They are moving up in price. That being said, though, like really, they're all kind of the same. Figure out what processor generation you want to be on, and just find something that's available and a good price. Ghost, I don't know. Do you have thoughts? Do you have a particular brand that you favor, or how do you go about acquiring used laptops?
Not for coding. Well, it depends. For me, I'm more privacy oriented and privacy experiments. So I don't want any record of anything of me buying it, me showing up to a building, me going to even to a yard sale. I mean, between cameras. So to me, I'm more in it for privacy. I don't know coding that well. For me, I think it's just maybe it's because of the dyslexia or whatever it is. I have a hard time with coding and stuff like that. So for me, it's more about privacy. So for your, I don't really have an answer for you because I don't know coding that well. But when it comes to privacy, I could probably help answer. Just DIY projects are the best. Getting used secondhand stuff is the best. Not going to a store, have any kind of paper trail is the best for privacy. But for coding, I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I need to get into Mac too.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I gotta get into MacBook. Eventually when I get enough money, I need to get a MacBook to start editing YouTube videos. But I need to learn the OS too. That's something I need to do on this channel is to learn Mac OS a little bit more.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you won't have any problems learning. It's pretty straightforward. Just gotta figure out where they got stuff. One tip I'll give on getting hardware. Most large companies have a problem with getting rid of their old laptops and desktops, networking equipment as well. And I have had a ton of luck and highly recommend go to find out who your local resellers are. I'm sorry, not resellers, but recyclers are. And just look up their website. Most of them repurpose and sell, and you can go to their shop if it's close to you, and usually the prices are absolutely fantastic.
That is a great recommendation, by the way.
Thank you.
Totally forgot about that.
Thank you, Nordic. Appreciate that.
Okay. All right, so a couple more questions, and we're gonna wrap it up. Because usually I game after this. I don't know what's going on with statuses with everybody upstairs. You usually do like family Fortnite at the end of the night on Twitch or something, or I might play something. I don't know. So I will be playing little games that wrap up the week because that's what I like to do to wind down. I just want a couple more questions and we'll call it a night. It was a good show tonight. Thank you, Kind of Geeky, as always. Appreciate your help co-hosting. It makes my life a lot easier.
Yeah, like I've said before, this is like a community hour or hour and a half, whatever. And I love seeing everyone come in. And I guess I don't see smiling faces, but I see smiling usernames, if that's such a thing. Yeah. It's good to see everybody.
Yep, it is. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Appreciate all your support. You have no idea. I really do appreciate it. It helps motivate me, keep me going. Really do appreciate you all. It's
absolutely
a great community.
That TKP says, yeah, exactly. I love the community, the movement, 100%.
Keep giving and don't expect anything in return. If you be the difference in that world, because people will always remember the givers, not the takers.
Aetion won a video series on older ThinkPad models. Well, he'd have to have those, obviously.
I don't have any. I'm broke. Whatever I have on my YouTube channel has been sent to me. That's it.
Yep. If you want to ask further, Aetion, hit us up in the Discord, and I'll put the link in the chat. Yeah, BX official, the Facebook stuff, we don't get into that, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't help you with that. But all right, with everything said, thank you guys for coming tonight. Really do appreciate all the support. We'll see you next week. Be on the lookout. We have a lot of cool things. We got the new video coming out Wednesday. Hopefully I get the Ghost phone in this week, as well as maybe the Zero Trace device, the Zero Trace Ghost. For now, everybody have a good night, and remember that safety